the Navy, who was in the Pentagon on September 11, 2001.
It's very overwhelming to see how many people have come out to remember what happened that day everywhere. And we can't tell you how much it means to have people come out and show that appreciation.
And at times, the emotions inspiring.
Stay strong and stay united. That's what we need to do.
They're called Freedom Walks. Events like these organized in cities and towns across America and internationally. They bring together thousands each year around the anniversary of September 11th to reflect, remember, and pay tribute to the lives lost on that day.
Well, we came up with the idea of the Freedom Walk. The America Support Your Freedom Walk was all about really telling the story of what happened on that day.
Stories like that of Christopher Newton, who died on American Airlines Flight 77 that crashed into the Pentagon. His parents, who live in California, come to Washington each year for Freedom Walk.
I know the pain that we've suffered in losing our son, and I know that's multiplied by every family that had somebody that they lost. And I think we need to remember how precious freedom is.
Not only is it a way for us to remember what happened that day and to commemorate the lives lost, it means something to our families because it says to them we have not forgotten.
America Supports You Freedom Walks are now into their fourth year. Passion for the walks has spread to individual communities like Chicago. This one held in 2006 outside Soldier Field.
We must, as citizens, walk together today and inspire all of our fellow Americans that being a citizen in this democracy is the greatest gift that God could give us.
Welcome to Sebring, Ohio.
In Sebring, Ohio, 9-year-old Colton Lochner organized a community freedom walk of his own.
It's a 1.3-mile walk, and there will be pizza and water.
Each year, the momentum behind the walks continues to grow. What began in 2005 as a single walk in Washington from the Pentagon to the National Mall expanded in 2007 to 255 America Supports You Freedom Walks in every state and several international locations.
When we started the first Freedom Walk, it was really all about the lives lost here at the Pentagon. But what we created, there were so many people from around the country who attended our Freedom Walk, and they were moved by it, and it resonated with the general public. And so people decided to take the concept back to their hometowns.
Things like this in Chicago and hopefully around the country can remind us that freedom isn't free.
Nobody should ever forget what happened that fateful day, and I just wanted to be here. I had to be here.
This year, Freedom Walk will mark another occasion, the opening of the Pentagon Memorial.
What this memorial does is it starts to fix our soul because it allows us to have this space to remember our comrades that were killed that day.
You know, we got to make sure we remember what happened on 9/11 so it doesn't happen again, and we do it every year, and we'll continue to do it as long as they have it.
Marine Sergeant Brian Buckle, Pentagon Channel News.
The Pentagon Channel will bring you live coverage of this year's Freedom Walk in Washington, starting Sunday morning at 7:30 Eastern. And still ahead here on Around the Services.
Yeah, nothing like remembering the failure of intelligence.
The Army.